Hello, everyone. My name is Christian Peterson, and this is me. Hi. Um, Basically, I came to the realization that most of you probably don't know who I am or exactly what I'm doing. This is a big journey. It's a process, and it's out of my comfort zone to be creating content and doing things, but for the better good, for the ultimate goal, for what I see could be so possible of people being inspired. That's the goal. That's why I do it. So I guess I'm just talking a little bit about myself. Um, first comes first. Uh, First comes first. um, I'm not the most elegant of speakers. Um, Sometimes my brain goes a little bit too fast for my mouth, and I have so many thoughts and so many things going through my head at the same time that it's kind of difficult to articulate exactly what I'm trying to say or what I'm trying to accomplish at that immediate moment. Um, I'm really artistic. I mean, whether I'm good at it or not is not up to me to decide, but I love participating and viewing things of the arts and just being creative. I've always thought of myself as being creative and um, I've always liked writing poetry, but that's the thing. I don't really do a whole lot of that stuff. I do a lot of drawing. I like to draw, and but as far as like I've thought of so many books, so many stories like throughout my childhood that I've always thought would be so cool to be written, um, but never actually came around to finally doing it. Um, Vention was created to help people find passions. Like, there are so many things in the world that we're completely unaware of that people will spend their entire lives striving for. Um, so Vention is noticing the weaknesses in my life and how detrimental they are, knowing that me taking the slightest opportunities, like the 48-hour film challenge, me doing something that small but on such a whim was one of my greatest experiences of my life. And I guess like that's that's the purpose, is to show people, to bridge the gap between my failures um and others, and showing how they can take the process in with me, basically, because let's be honest, I'm not perfect. Uh, so many things scream telling me that I shouldn't be doing this, that I should just let somebody else do it or give somebody else the idea, or but I feel like it's a niche that nobody's really picking up on, because the world is told what to do, what to buy, and what to consume and what to be entertained by, but nobody's told why. Nobody's told why you should go skydiving, why you should suddenly pick up a hobby, why you should create um, create habits for yourself that that they're they're told to be done, but nobody's really telling you why. And there's so many why questions out there that I hope to. I'm a very inquisitive person, and that's why I love Vention, is because I love talking to people, like the podcast part of it. I love talking to people. I love being naturally inquisitive, um, and that's why I love the fact that it's a podcast based off of no script. It The original Vention name came from unconventional, and I just said Vention because it's completely unconventional. And then all these other terms and things came through Vention, uh, that I thought were really cool. But script, I hate scripts when it comes to talking about themselves with people trying to express things. The most genuine answers are come in the most random situations. So I'd much rather have um, a biker Harley dude talk about cleaning supplies if they're like really big into cleaning and they feel like it's a problem and that's what they want to talk about. Like if they're passionate about it, I'd much rather have passionate people talk about what they're passionate about than their stereotypes or what people think of them and stuff like that. And so the world is driven by entertainment, and especially when it comes to content creation, it's strictly entertainment. And as much as there's a place for that, and as much as I love it and enjoy it and give props to all those creators out there that strictly focus on the entertainment purposes, me and my content through Vention is to not strictly be entertaining, but to be focused primarily on passion and creation and inspiration. Because Vention, the ultimate goal is to create a platform that anybody at any time could come to this platform if they are bored, uninspired, not passionate about anything, lack motivation, like one central area where they could come at any point in time and just find something to be inspired by, whether it's a creator, whether it's a hobby, whether it's an activity that you decide to do, or a practice, or a video. Like I I'm here for you guys. Like, yeah, it sounds cheesy and like sounds corny and stuff, but trust me, I wouldn't be in front of the camera if it was just for my own sake. Um, so I hope that kind of um, brings to light a few of the things that Vention stands for and what I stand for. And rather than going through every detail of my life, I'm sure through more content and different things and more podcasts, more videos, a lot more videos, I could maybe show myself in action than just telling you. Because another thing that I like came from the idea of, uh, or birthed the idea of Vention is the fact that I don't like motivational speakers like as a whole. Like the idea of motivational speakers is amazing. It's great and it's inspirational and everybody should have a motivational speaker. But when it comes to calling to action, unless there's verification behind that person, either they tell you how they are verified on 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 the topic or on the situation. Um, I feel like most people just genuinely or subconsciously uh think of hypocrisy because nobody's perfect, and who is this person to tell us to be inspired? Granted, even though that happens, it's majority of the time subconscious. The rest of the time, that's why um, you could watch a speech, you could be at a speech, you could talk to somebody and be inspired. But the moment that you walk away, nothing is telling you, nothing is staying with you, telling you to do something. Instead, a majority of the time, it's you leave and the story or the event stays in your mind, but the overall message of how it means to you, not how you feel, but like what you're gonna do about it. That's different. And I guess like the major disconnect is that you don't witness being put into action. And so I feel like there should be inspiration through activation. And why should I tell you that you would have so much fun or you would find your life's passion in this one little area? Like, why should I tell you that if I don't have the experience or if I take it secondhand from somebody else? Like, this whole Rubik's Cube thing that I'm doing on YouTube, it's like, it's one of many passion reviews where there are so many people out there that are taking the Rubik's Cube and are doing a speed cube. Like they'll do it as fast as possible and they'll love it. They'll go to competitions. They'll get sponsored. They'll devote their lives to a cube that moves with colors on it. And to a majority of the world, we look at it and we just feel that it's a menial toy or it's a menial puzzle. And so, oh, it's a party trick. Like, hey, I could do it. It's a party trick. I'm using this as an example as a passion. But little do we know that there are millions of people that are like dedicated to it. The Rubik's Cube is the number one most highest selling like puzzle slash toy like in the history of the world. Like, they're everywhere, and the people that do it, they enjoy it, and there's a reason why they enjoy it. And like, why, what if you enjoy it more than they do? What if it's something that you suddenly are inspired to do and you just like feel like you have to do it, and or it's something that you just do in your pastime or something that to help you articulate your thoughts. But I can't tell you to do Rubik's Cube. Again, as an example, I can't tell you to do Rubik's Cube unless I mean, I can. Being those motivational speakers on a stage, on a pedestal, that can talk down to everybody and say, do this, do A, B, and C. The audience will see A, B, and C, but nothing tells them why. And so I guess my whole thing is I'd much rather take it into action, do a Rubik's Cube for an extended period of time, in this case 12 hours, and after 12 hours tell you. And I'll be honest with you. Like, I liked it. Yeah, I'm like 7 hours into recording it and I enjoy it. Like, I thought it was going to be a lot more taxing than, and in reality, it's something that I would maybe keep doing and just fiddle around with it. But I never would have known if that's what I wanted to do unless I actually tried it. And so I'll try it. I'll do the research. I'll look for the individuals that are really into it. I'll tell you how much it costs, where to start, the communities to find. Like, I'll do the due diligence. Only if it gets one person to at least consider it. Because I know for a fact that not everybody here is going to watch this and suddenly pick up the Rubik's Cube. But after a database of passions, maybe you could pick one. Maybe there's one out there that could more or less change your life. And that thought inspires me to keep inspiring. So I didn't really have a script or anything for this. I don't do scripts, but I didn't really know where I was going. Just the fact that I push for the content and things, but I don't really say why. As much as my whole essence is why, I guess I haven't really been super transparent. And a majority majority of that comes through fear. And it's taken me a while to come to terms with that term, but I believe that I've held myself back so much from what I could be doing. And it's a lesson that we all can learn. But I'm not doing what I want to do to the best of my ability. And I know I can change that. And by holding myself accountable, by creating content and doing these things, I hope to change that. Not only for you all, but for myself as well. So it's a growing process. So if you subscribe 10 years from now and I still happen to be doing the same thing, then this is where it started, and you've seen me grow, as well as I hopefully have helped you grow. And in turn, you all will help me. Yeah. So I need to recognize in myself that it's so easy to preach that, especially in business college, as I am in business college at the moment. It's so easy to preach that, oh, fail fast, fail hard. It's so easy to say that, but nobody ever wants to do it. Nobody really wants to fail. And I guess I'm so I'm so artistic in my mind's eye type of thing that it's hard for me to be content with something that isn't to it the best of its ability. Like I don't want to create a video that I'm not like super passionate about, but not super passionate about, because I'm passionate about the message, about all of it, this video and things. But to me, I need to get over the fact that not everything's gonna be perfect, and sometimes the best thing that I can do is just let go and watch it happen, and just do the best that I can with what I got, and don't try and strive for more than I have. And it's not good that I compare myself to multi-million dollar uh, people that are content creators that dominate the world scene, and I have yet to even really get started. So I just need to put my head down and just humble myself and just do the best that I can with what I have. And as much as that pains me, because I want to do like the best quality content and so much editing, my heart isn't in editing. Like, I love telling stories, and if this was a movie, I would edit all of it, or at least I'd help. But when it just comes to the menial tasks of editing and stuff like that, I'm never quite satisfied enough. So I guess that's really taxing on me. That's why it's taken me 7 months to post like a video on YouTube. So I'm gonna change that, and I'm coming to the terms with the fact that it's a process, and that I'll learn, and that it doesn't have to be the greatest content ever to just get started. And well, um, well, I hope this helped in any way. Thank you for watching. Yeah, thank you for sticking around this long if you did. Um,